welcome to Resonance FM 104.4. You're listening to Around the World with the Lallas. And it's myself, Lara Podolska, and Laura Fraser coming to you on this Tuesday in February 2021. And it is our Get Well, Stay Well, Be Well episode with a very special guest, the holistic practitioner and wellness guru Melanie Jolicoeur, talking about her discovery of self-help and self-healing. Mel, thank you so much for joining us today. First of all, how are you?
I'm really good. Thank you for this beautiful intro. It was really nice. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I want to hear a little bit about what it is that you do. You're a holistic practitioner and you're a healer, essentially. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. I always think it's interesting when people say healer, in a sense that I think we all are. And it's for us to discover it. It's for us to dive into ourselves, to really find our gift, So what do I do?
Where did you start? Because you've traveled the world. Where did you just come from? Where have you been in the last few years? Around more than 25 countries, I guess. I don't really count it anymore, but it's just it has been such a journey. We all have some challenges. Everybody has, and I think that it's beautiful to recognize that we can be a victor instead of a victim of it, and just do something with it and take the opportunity. So this is what happened for me, and I think that it's nice to say it happened for me. It didn't happen to me. And so started this journey, living those challenges, being in this crazy world that we all live. That's lots of stimulation, lots of socializing, and all over the place. And we get so busy, we get so caught up into so many things that are outside of ourselves. And then at one point we feel life is full, but it's not fulfilled. There's something missing. We have everything. We have the people around us, we have the job, we have the phone all ringing all the time, the friends and everything, but there's still something missing. And this is where I found myself feelings. There was something missing inside of me. And I wanted to have some answers about myself first. And also about what I was witnessing the last few years, spending a few years in the hospital, being a caregiver for some people in my family that left this world, and showed me so much beautiful thing, the power of the heart, the power of surrendering, of letting go, So traditional medicine seemed to be something really interesting to me by diving into it, but I felt there was something more, and I wanted to discover it. I wanted to know, how can we merge holistic medicine with traditional medicine, and really bring more to people, and really understand more about the holistic constitution. I don't think we're just a body. I think we're a body, a mind, and a soul. And so there's never just one part that is sick, and the body is never against us. The body is asking us some question. It's talking to us, and it's for us to listen to it. So I wanted to understand more about this, and this is where I started my journey. That is incredible. Now tell me, where are you from originally, and where did you travel first? Tell me a little bit about the countries. Our show is called Around the World with the Lallas, and if this is ever true for anyone, then it's probably you. Tell me where you're from, where you were born, and where you were raised.
In Canada.
Great.
Yes, I'm from Canada. I'm from the French part, as you can hear in my voice and my English mistakes.
We love it.
Language for me is just something, as soon as we get to understand each other. So, so born in Canada, beautiful childhood, amazing place down north of Montreal, French part, and raised by the lake in nature with a beautiful family, amazing dad, amazing mom, amazing brother, and how did I start traveling the world? I mean, I always had this kind of travel, like, it was just in me. My family was also travelers. So, we left home for 2 months at one point with like a trailer and a big van and just travel all the way up to California and down to British Columbia. So My family always loved to travel, so I think I got a little addicted to it when I was younger.
Just to give our listeners an idea, something you shared with me was that growing up in Canada, you would actually do a Wim Hof and jump into a minus 20-degree lake.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we have those spa at home, and it's just we have a river, and yes, sometimes it's minus 20, sometimes it's minus 10, and it's normal for us in the winter, and we just go in those sauna in a big heat, and then we jump in the cold water, just boosting our immune system and good for the skin, for the heart, so many benefits. We live with that. For us, it's kind of normal, but I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but
I think it's very, very, very fascinating, especially right now, because we're talking about immune system. And do you believe, you are a health practitioner and you have had experience with Western medicine as well. Do you believe boosting your immune system is something that is very vital?
Of course, and right now in this time that we are, I think it's so interesting to me how society are helping us to understand to wear a mask and to wear gloves and to really be careful of the distanciation and all of that. But I feel that there's a place for also education about what can we do for ourselves and how can we enhance this immune system of us, because it's possible. We have access to this,
For our listeners who aren't close to a lake or a river, what can someone do right now to better their immune system and to feel better? Because it's a little dark, it's February, mood is a bit low. What would you say? What are the things that you've learned on your travels, which we're also going to get into in a second, that don't cost a lot and that one can do?
I'd like to start by just saying something about this traveling thing, because I found myself understanding that traveling is much more from inside out than from outside in. And what I've discovered through traveling a lot, and not only traveling but living in different countries, studying, teaching, working in different countries, is that the outside stimulation is one thing. Sometimes you travel and I'm going to go and do this, and see this and see that. And you have this list and it's all planned up. But I found myself so many times not knowing and just kind of going with the flow and letting go of the attachment of wanting to plan everything and letting my instinct guide me. And it became an inner journey and an inner travel inside myself first. And that what makes me discover myself. And I think that any healing or any thing that we want to address to ourselves always starts from within. I don't think there's this magic pill that can really heal us.
Don't we wish we had that?
Do we wish we had that?
Wouldn't that be great?
Much more simple and fast. But we're in this society when it's like this: you have pain, you have a pill, and so we are drawn to this quick fix. But sadly, the healing journey is not a quick fix. It's a place where you have to go inside of yourself. You have to be with silence. You have to be with stillness. You have to come back to human being, not human doing. See, we travel, we want to do, see. I want to invite people to be and to really breathe into the moment, to this present, letting go of the past or the future and everything that makes us our head go dizzy, and we become in this fight and flight response. In the fight and flight response, you get the cortisol level that goes high. You create less saliva. So when you digest, you have less enzyme to digest the food. Your nervous system is full on. Digestive system is weak. And then your circulation, your blood circulation, you become shallow breather, so your body become acidic. So just by learning how to breathe, how to calm down, how to be with yourself, how to just come from fight and flight response to rest and restore, this is the main first thing you want to do.
I'm blown away, actually. I'm actually quite speechless, because this is something anyone can do at any age, am I right?
Yeah, totally. And it doesn't allow you, sometimes the simplest thing is the thing that we need to. And I remember so many things that
we hear, be in the present moment, take care of yourself, and all of these things. We hear them all the time. But we hear them and we put in a little file in our brain that's kind of like folder of information, and it's stacked there. And at one point you'll hear the same word, and suddenly you'll create an experience with this word, like present moment, and it will make sense in your heart. And this is where it goes, and it becomes an understanding from the head to the heart. And now you fully embody what the experience is. So, even if you heard before, breathe. Even if you heard before, rest. Take care of yourself, self-care, put a bath with some candles. Even if you heard all of these things and you know it, maybe you're looking at it right now and say, this is boring. I want to go have a drink with my friends.
Correct, yes.
But you know what? When you go and have a drink with your friend, or when you go meet someone in your life, a man or whatever, a woman, you take time to sit with them and to get to know them. But the most perfect person, the most important person in your life is you. So you have to take time to sit with yourself and meet this person. And maybe at the beginning it would sound boring and like empty, but you're the most beautiful thing that exists. It's you. It's you, the most powerful thing that's here. We use maybe 1% of our potential human being. What if you could use more? Just start with connect with yourself and see the power of the self-healing. Everybody is a healer.
Melanie, thank you so much. That is probably the most incredible and, for me, eye-opening advice I have gotten, because I am a big believer, well, not a believer, but I'm a quick fix type of person, and the things you are saying make so much sense. And yes, to our listeners as well, if you want to follow Melanie, what's your Instagram?
Azaya.yoga.
Can you spell that for us?
AZAYA.YOGA.
Yoga. That's wonderful. But I'm going to put a link as well in my Instagram, into my stories, and do follow Mel. Can I call you Mel?
Yes, of course. Call me Mel.
Thank you. Do follow Mel, and she'll be giving us lots more great tips. And I want to hear a lot more about everything, the journey. You're still on the journey, right?
I'm still on the journey. I'm going to be there for all my life.
Yeah.
It's a journey. It's a path, a lifetime, and we learn every day. And I don't pretend to have the answer for anybody, but I aspire to be a guide for people to find their answers. And all these small tips that I want to share with people, we can dig in a little bit more and really see what can resonate with all the listener, and hopefully bring some light into their day.
I love that you said resonate, because this is Resonance FM. So that is just a perfect ending. I could talk to you all day, and I will. But guys, until then, do follow Mel. I will put a link up in my stories and also on my post and on Twitter. And we're going to go into a very chill song that actually Mel chose. So enjoy that. And thank you so much for dropping in today.
Thank you for having me here today. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Always. And we'll be right back.